Hi guys, hello everybody on this, I would say sunny day, but we all know in England that's a complete and utter lie. So how is everybody on this cold winter's day? Hope everybody's feeling fine. Welcome to my channel, by the way, which I probably should have said that first. This is the Beauty Crafter with Shelley Lewis. I thought today I'd do a little bit of a colour and chat. At least then I thought I'm not the brightest spark in the box, so to speak, at editing. So I thought we'll just have a nice good old colour and a bit of a natter today. So I hope everyone's feeling good. So the book that I've picked out today is because if it being December time, you know, where it's like all those Christmas colouring books and Christmas pictures comes out and it's like Christmas crazy, which is brilliant. This is not necessarily a Christmas book, it's one of the ranges from the Coloriage Mysteres, and this is the one with Disney, Mickey and Donald and co. But I'm going to be choosing yeah, get my words out. I'm going to be choosing a picture out of this book to colour, because I actually had a look in the back of this and it's got some nice Christmassy pictures. So if anyone does join in on the video, I just want to say welcome. I really hope you enjoy it. If I don't see your messages straight away, that's because my phone, the way it's angled, is above and I'm kind of at the side, so I might not see it, but I will try and answer any questions that you've got or just have a good night. So like I said, this is from the Coloriage Mysteries. I've shown this book in a previous video that I've done. This is what my husband got me for Valentine's Day this year just gone. Much to my delight. I was absolutely amazed by it and the gift wrap. As well, by the way, if you do hear anything in the background, that will be my husband. He's on his, I've completely forgot the name, Red Dead Redemption game at the minute. So if you do hear anything in the background, then that's my lovely husband, who's going to be 40 tomorrow. Don't tell him I just told you that. Yeah.
Poison your food.
Lovely. It's just a shame I'm going to cook tonight. Right, let's get down to it. So, like I said, I've reviewed this in my previous videos. These pictures are like a colour by numbers. I think they're classed as an adult colour by number, but children could do it as well. Basically, throughout the book, you've got your picture. It's more intricate colour by numbers. At the bottom you've got your numbers and your different colour coordinations on what to do. And at the back of the book, if you turn to the back, I won't go in depth with it because obviously, like I said, I've already done a review on it, but at the back of the book you've got your pictures of what's actually inside the book and what they're going to turn out to look like. So I'm going to choose a Christmas type one. I have seen a couple that I like, but I think we're going to go with a Christmas Carol. This one's nice, but there is another one that I saw that I quite like. So actually I did find one, didn't I? And no, I should have put a, got it. So shall we go with this one, which is a Goof Troop Christmas 1992. So that is that one there. We're going to go with that one. So I'll just turn to page 67. Oh, and here we are straight away. So what I usually do is on the first number, most of the time it always has number one as black because it's the outline. I used to colour the outline in black until I found out that when I actually coloured all the outline, when I was doing the other colours, the colours were tending to smudge quite a bit, so we're going to go with the other colours first. I am going to go back to the black, but I wouldn't worry about that today because I'm not going to colour the whole picture while we're on camera because it does take me a good few hours to actually
Get started.
eat. Yeah, to get started, as my husband is quite pleasantly chirpy. So we're going to start with, as you know, if you have tried these books before, you will know that they do take quite an array of colours. So I'm going to use my larger set of the Faber-Castell, just normal connector pens, if you can see that there. This is the 60 pack. Now these pens, I could not recommend these pens enough, because I've had these for about 2.5 years now, probably even 3 years, and I've used them really well, and there's still got plenty of juice left in them. So I definitely recommend them pens for these books. So we're going to go with the nearest colour, which is that one, and number 2. And I am going to try and find number 2. It's small letters. I will turn the page this way if that is okay, if you don't mind. Just turn you around a bit, so you are going to be sideways, possibly. So we'll find number 2 and we'll just have a general chat while I'm doing this. And guess what? I'm going to start by saying, how many of you have finished your Christmas shopping? Don't answer all at once. How many of you have finished, or have a lot of you not started yet, or about halfway there? Me, well, my mother-in-law, bless her heart, she finished Christmas shopping at the beginning of the year. She's extremely organised that way, by the way. Very organised. I've kind of finished Christmas shopping myself. I've still, well, every time, obviously, there's probably a lot of people that may feel this way, that they've finished the Christmas shopping, but they always manage to find something else that they've got to get. I think that's going to be the case with me this year. I've finished the majority of it. Got quite a bit I need to, well, say quite a bit. Got a little bit I need to still wrap up. A couple, think about I want to get 1 or 2 more for my little girl. My son's presents are wrapped up. I shall stop saying that's about it at the minute. Like I said though, there's always something. Every time I think of organised for something, there's always something that jumps up and I think, yeah, I'm not organised at all. I could do with being more organised. I just put some of those pens there that I may need later. Yeah, so not doing too bad in that aspect. We just, I'm not going to say too much about it, obviously, because I don't want him to hear, because he's sat right there. But we're just preparing for my husband's birthday for tomorrow at the minute. And it's my son's birthday just after, well, in January, the 12th of January. And my daughter's was in November, so we have a few birthdays near Christmas just after, but we've also got some throughout the year as well, so it is spread out, to be fair. It is spread out. So what are you all colouring at the minute? If you are into colouring at all, you might just join these videos just because you like to watch other people colour, but what are you colouring at the minute? I'd love to know. I've done a few pictures because at the end of the month I want to do a pictures what I've coloured in November. So I coloured about, I think this week and last week I coloured about 4 or 5 pictures in just my kids' colour by number Christmas one because I fancied just a bit of easy colouring. And I've been carrying on with a picture that I've been doing in the Jade Summer Christmas colouring book that I've posted on my Instagram. because on Instagram I'm Shelley Lewis as well, or on Facebook Shelley Lewis. I've posted pictures on there. I started it last year, and I started it using luminance pencils, and I'd never used luminance pencils before. I'm not the world's best at blending. I do know a little bit. I can't say I don't know anything. I know a little bit, but I'm not the world's best. But when it come to the luminance pencils, they were pretty, not bad colour, but I just couldn't get the hang of them. I tried to use them in the Jade Summer book for the Christmas picture, and on one of the pictures I absolutely botched up on the wall bit, and I quite disappointed myself there. So unfortunately it didn't turn out so well, and I kind of lost heart with the picture after that, so I only coloured a little bit of it. And then obviously I put it away. I don't know if you're like me, when Christmas is over you might colour a Christmas picture here and there, but that's about it. You leave it until obviously Christmas, November later. So I just put it away for a while. I just didn't have the heart to finish it. But a couple of days ago I was watching a colouring chat, because I do watch quite a few colouring chats on YouTube. I've been watching A Colourful Life with Anne. She's so funny and very, very cheerful as well whenever she speaks. I've been watching her colouring chats. I joined in on a couple of live videos with Dev, the modernist colourist. I joined in a couple of live videos with them the other night, and I've recently been watching. I've been a subscriber for a while, but poor girl must have got lost in my subscribers part, because I've noticed I hadn't watched the videos for a bit. But I've recently started watching again. Oh gosh, I forgot her name. Zoe. I think her name's Zoe. I really can't remember her second name. I've only just watched her video today, and I've forgot her second name already. Yeah, but I've been watching, I don't know if it's Alterage. I could be wrong. I'm probably really wrong. I will double check and I'll mention her again in my next video. But I've been watching some of her videos recently, and I watched the newest one today. And while I've been watching them, I've been doing my colouring myself, so I decided to pick out that colouring book, the Jade Summer one, and tackle it again. Not doing too bad this time actually, even though I did go to use my Faber-Castell polychromos on it, and I found, I don't know if anyone else finds the same with the Jade Summer books with a paper, because papers in different books obviously can be all different, and there can be some pencils that's great in some books but not so good in others. But anyway, I used my polychromos in her books, and I find I just could not blend with them. They just was not working for me. I couldn't blend them. So I switched. I started using. Sorry if you do see the top of my head. I have to get close to my work. I started using some of my Prismacolors as well, just to give it a bit of a mix, to see what the Prismacolors were like in it. And I actually found that the Prismacolors worked really, really well. They blended well. I've been using Prismacolor get it out, Prismacolor pencil. I've been using that, the blender pencil as well, and it has been doing very well. So I'm just looking for my next colour. I'm going to leave that one there, because if anything like me, I always end up putting a pen down, thinking I've finished with it, and realising I've missed a little bit out, and I'm just about to drop my pens on the floor. So I'm just going to get a darker shade of blue. Can you hear the gunfighting in the background? So don't worry, it's all innocent. So I'm just going to go in with a blue, which is number 3, and we're going to find where number 3 is. I should go to the opticians, really. I keep saying this. I've just found some number 3 here. Yes, opticians. Yeah, I do need to go there because I attend a beauty school, as some of you know, in college, and lately when we've actually been in the classroom, I've been sat there, and anything that she's showing on the board, the actual screening on the board from the computer, I'm really struggling to see it unless I'm sat right at the front, which most of the time I do sit right at the front, except for the other day I sat at the back. But I just can't, I'm struggling to see whatever the teacher's got on the board, and I'm either having to walk up and go and have a look, or someone's actually telling me what is actually on the board, because I just can't see it myself. So I do need a opticians. I need to go and see opticians. I haven't been for a while. I cannot even remember the last time I went. I think I was about 5. No, you're going to be absolutely disgusted with me here, because the last time I think I went to the opticians I was about 16, 17. I could be wrong, maybe a bit older. I'm actually 35 now. That is terrible. I know you have to go on a more regular basis, but it's just like a lot of things that I say I'm going to do. I say I'm going to do it, and then it either gets pushed back to the back of my mind while I'm thinking about something else, or I just completely forget about it altogether, which most of the time it's the latter. As my husband can vouch for me here while he's munching on a mince pie. I had my mince pie earlier and had my toast, but I'm going to get a cup of tea later. So, but like I said though, we're not going to do the whole picture here, because then you'll probably just get a bit bored, and obviously I know a lot of people they work in the day, so you may be watching playback. I thought I'd have a good chat. So, right, I think the last time I did a colouring chat, I told you a little bit about myself, but I really don't know what I've told you. So, there's that conversation. No, obviously I'm not going to tell you too much, but I'm going to talk about hobbies. Right, my first, it's a very hard choice for my number 1 hobby, because I've got quite a few hobbies, and it's a choice between 2 which are my favourite. One which being obviously what I'm doing now, which is colouring, and another one is I cross stitch. And for the people obviously that know cross stitch and join in on my floss tube videos know that I love that. But I don't know which is my favourite. I don't think I've got one favourite than the other. They're both my favourite. Colouring, I've been colouring since I was a child, since that I can even remember. It's in my blood. It's something that I've always loved doing. even as a child.
And you've got pink for pluck.
Yeah. Me and my mum, I always remember me and my mum sitting in the front living room with our feet up, just with some pens and a book, just colouring pictures out of a book. Obviously when I was a child, but when I was an adult as well, I remember doing that with her. But I also remember my mum telling me about her and my dad that used to colour when they was a bit younger as well. So I've been doing it a while. I think a few years ago, just before I got pregnant with my son, I had maybe given it up a little bit. You know, it's one of those things, you get a book for something and then the book disappears and then it comes back. But yeah, I had given it up for a little while. But then when I got pregnant with my son in 2013, I took it back up again. And I've been colouring ever since. I found it was a real relaxing way when I was heavily pregnant with obviously both my children, because I've got a son and daughter. So I found it was a relaxing thing for me to do through the pregnancy. When I'm not sure if it was my son or my daughter, I took one of my colouring books to the hospital, but I don't think I actually did anything, because when I had my son I spent most of my time recovering, and obviously on a lot of painkillers because it was an emergency C-section I had, so I didn't do much colouring there. It's just like it's mainly for the past 3 years that I've really took to it and took heavily to it again, and I really enjoy it. I love the relaxation thing it gives you. I love the pictures you can actually do. I must admit, I'm not a person that will sit there and literally go through tons of amount of blending and do all the fancy stuff. Not that there is anything wrong with that, that is really nice thing, and a lot of people do prefer to colour like that. But me, I do it, I do a bit of blending every now and again, but I'm more of a person, I really just love block colouring, just laying colour down. I just love doing it that way, because at least then I'm not panicking whether my picture's going to turn out right. I'm not getting upset if it doesn't turn out right, and it doesn't take an awful lot of concentration, especially if I'm tired throughout the day, or if I've been busy, or if I've got my mind on other things. It's just really nice to do. My favourite books, I've got to say, are these ones, what I'm doing now. I absolutely love these books. They are my favourite. The first one that I've got is the Les Grands Classiques. It was the first Disney colouring book, colour by numbers. They have 100 pictures in each, unless you get the miniature ones, which are like roughly about 50 to 60 pictures. And the first book that I've been colouring in, I've actually almost finished it. I'm just checking the time, we're up to 25 minutes, so we're fine. Yeah, so I think I'm up to about 82, roughly 83 pictures into it before I have the book finished, and I've got to say I've thoroughly enjoyed the book. And I've used these pens. I've used different pens in it, but I've used mostly these pens that I'm using now. So the next colour I'm going to go with, it is a really dark colour, like a extremely dark grey, I've got a grey here, but it's actually lighter than that colour there. So,
Have you got 50 Shades?
see my husband making jokes. So I'm going to refer to the back of the book. See if I can. So it's more on here. It's like a tint of like a purple colour. So I'm actually going to get a really dark purple to do that one. So what purple shall I use? Well, that's obviously too light there. So I think I'm going to go with, this is nothing like the picture, that purple. Unfortunately, that's the thing about the book, sometimes you struggle to find the right shade for what you're doing, the right colour, and it can be extremely hard, especially when you want to find a colour that's right for it and you can't. So I'm not sure. If I'm always unsure about a picture, about a colour, I always go to the back of the book and I just do a little dot, a little scribble, and I see what it looks like, and that is nowhere near the colour. So I'm going to use, the colour I'm going to use is, I'm just going to have to go with the purple. It's going to have to be slightly different. But the shade of purple that I'm using, I'm not going to use the Faber-Castell connector pen for this one, because even there, this purples are still quite light. So I'm going to go with this, is it Giotto? Giotto? I'm going to use this one. Now these pens, they're good. They're not absolutely fantastic for these books because they can slightly, very slightly bleed through the page. So I think I'm going to have to do this one in sections as well because there's quite a lot of purple. So we're just going to do, we're going to we're going to start from here and do a straight line down there because I'm outlining it a bit first. It's what I call blocking the section off, so I'm not doing a big massive space at the time. So I'm just lining that off there, being careful that I don't go into other things as well. That's supposed to be not that colour. I'm just going to block that off as a section and just bring that round there. I do apologise if I'm making you a slight bit dizzy or sick by turning the page. I've tried colouring a page sideways before so you can get the full picture, but it just doesn't work. Not with me. It goes back to the whole thing of before of saying I'm not the brightest tool in the box. And my husband's probably nodding his head to that. So as you can see, I'm just doing the outline first. Another thing with me as well is you'll probably learn as I'm doing these videos is I'm not a fast colorist even. I'm quite slow actually, but it's because when I come to colouring I'm a bit of, not absolutely perfect, but you can say I'm a slight perfectionist. I don't like to go at the lines. It happens, I know it happens, but I just don't like to go at the lines. I like to go in them, so that's why.
She's a control freak.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
That's why I'm outlining this bit, so at least then it helps me to obviously stay in the lines. So there is obviously more purple around there, but I'm just going to work on this a little bit first and just get that done. So, has anybody had... I know I haven't stopped talking yet. I do apologise if I do talk a lot through these videos, but then again it is a colouring chat. Has anybody had any colouring hauls? Have you treated yourself to any newish colouring things? Has anybody treated you to anything newish? Leave it in the comments below what you've recently bought or what you've had bought for you and what you love. I'd love to know. I think it's one of the videos that I absolutely love is hauls. I love watching people's colouring hauls. I love having a look at what they've got. I don't know why. I just love being nosy at what people have had bought for them. Me, have I had anything lately? I can't say I have, to be honest. No, I don't think I have. I have not bought anything colouring wise lately, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see for Christmas. No, tell a lie, I have. I'm a big fibber.
Yes.
My husband.
Thank you.
No.
Fine.
You can hear him in the background. He's like me. When he gets a surprise, he finds it extremely hard to keep it a surprise. And a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last month actually, he presented me with his present in a bag. In a nice... It was actually... I've kept the bag because it's a gift bag, but I'm using it as a craft bag. But it was in that bag anyway, and I took it out and I was absolutely amazed because it was a colouring book, but it wasn't just any old colouring book. It was the 4th colour by number Disney that has recently come out, the 4th one, which I really, really wanted. And bless his heart, he bought it for me.
After much nagging.
Yeah, much nagging, he says. So yeah, they brought me that, presented me with that. I have not coloured any pictures in it as of yet because I wanted to finish the... Do you know, I haven't even started the second one yet. Because I've got the 2nd, the 3rd and now the 4th, and I'm only just finished... Well, still got a couple of pictures to do in the first one. But yeah, he got me that one. Like I said, I haven't coloured any pictures in it yet, but I will. I will. So, really chuffed at that. That, I think, to be honest, colouring wise, that's the only haul I've got. Well, say haul, yeah. Otherwise, I haven't really... I can't say that I've brought anything. A couple of weeks ago, I brought a scratch art book from the works. Because I've done scratch. I've done scratch art before, and I just fancied trying it out, doing a little bit, because I hadn't done any for a while. So I got the book from the works, and it was only £4. And it was the unicorns, so I had a little go in that, and I actually really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed doing that. So I've got, for my son for Christmas, I've got him, I think it's Bob the Builder, or it could be Thomas the Tank, either one or the other, a scrape art picture. What he'll probably do is he won't probably go obviously go around the lines because he's only 4. He'll probably just scratch the whole thing off, but it is, and if it's what he wants to do. So I've got that for my son. I think I'm waiting for Christmas to see if I get if I do receive anything colouring wise. My mother-in-law, when she came back from a holiday in September, she brought back with it was actually by Lizzie McLaurin. I could have said her second wrong. Get me no words out. I probably said her second name wrong, but you may know who I mean. She brought one of her colouring backs with her, but it's a one with Spain pictures in it. Well, pictures. I think I've got verbal incontinence today. Brought it back with Spanish pictures in. So I started colouring a picture out of that, but it's actually on my bookcase at the minute. It's because I got addicted to colouring the pictures in these. So yeah, that is there. Don't worry, I'm just giving everybody a bit of a breather from chatting the heads off already. And I will have a next conversation. I've got one for you. I've got a next conversation for you. Right. We're up to 35 minutes. So I'll give it another 10 minutes. See how this one goes. So, what shall we talk about for the next 10 minutes? Oh, yes. We'll talk about the cat vet yesterday. I've said at the minute, my cat, Pingu, he's got me wrapped round his little paw at the minute. He definitely has. And he's actually lying on the blanket, sat right next to me at the minute. He's asleep. He's got his own blankie, by the way. He's got his own blankie, my little baby. He's got me wrapped round his paw. Because yesterday, obviously, every year, your animals, they have like the boosters, don't they? Well, yesterday it was due for my cat's booster, but he's an indoor cat. He doesn't go outside. Because I won't go into the whole fiasco of what happened to our other cat that used to go outside, but cut a long story short, it was killed by the neighbour's dog. But anyhow, this cat we've got now is an indoor cat. And yeah, he was due for his booster yesterday. And oh my god, what a fiasco trying to get him in his cage. He did not like it. He did not want to go in that cage, which don't blame him, to be honest. As you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to, before I go in, don't be able to see on camera, but you can see with these Giotto pens, they do crease the page a little bit. That is what I meant when I said about these pens, so just be slight careful. I think he has gone through little dots here and there, but I'm hoping it'll be alright. And back onto the cat. Yeah, he did not want to go in. Then we had to end up taking the top of the cat cage off, which was a fiasco because then we couldn't get it back on. Every time we was trying to get it back on, when we put the cat in the basket, he was then running out. He just was not having any of it. Then when we managed to get him in the cat in his cat carrier and put the top on, the front of the cat cage kept coming off, so then he kept running out again. By this time I'd called the taxi. So I was like, oh gosh, we need to get him out. So, but eventually he managed to go in, but poor thing, he did not like it in there. He was doing his like meowful crying. I felt so sorry for him. But luckily, the vet we go to, it's not far from our house at all. It's just a case of 5 minutes in the car, if that. So I'd called the taxi for him. So we went in the taxi, and when we got to the vet's, it was alright. It wasn't too bad. I sat on two of the chairs, which was sat at the back. There was a couple of dogs in there, and the one dog seemed quite boisterous, cute, but boisterous, and I wasn't sure how the cat would be with the dog, so I just sat at the back and just kept talking to him, chatting to him, put my fingers through the cage, just so he knew that I was still there, and he kept looking as if to check that mummy was still there, that she wasn't leaving him. And it was okay. When we was there, he'd stopped crying, he wasn't upset, he was just quiet. And then when she gave me his injection, he was hiding his face, bless him. So he was a very good boy, and on the way back he was not
he wasn't keen on the taxi ride, but he was a bit more calmer than he was going. I think it's because he knew he was going home. But yeah, we obviously eventually got back home. He was such a brave and good boy. And I've said today that the cat has totally got me wrapped round his paw, and my husband agrees. He thinks I'm a sap because earlier I went to Morrison's to go and get him some more cat biscuits, and I'll come back with cat biscuits, but I'll come back with some cat biscuits are not cheap, especially the Purina stuff. I've come back with a big bag of Purina because that's what he likes, because he needs to put on a little bit of weight as well. That's his favourite, so I'll come back with that. I'll come back with some Felix cat food because that's done by Purina as well, and I think I remember him liking that before, so I'll come back with some of that. I also got him, no doubt laugh, a Christmas cracker. Got him a pussycat Christmas cracker because he's part of the family. And no, you're gonna laugh at this one, probably, I don't know. I come back with a pussycat Christmas dinner. It's like obviously cat food, but it was, I think it's turkey and cranberry sauce with stuffing. I just had to do it for him because he had such a stressful day yesterday, the poor thing. And I think he's going to milk it now because he knows that mummy felt sorry for him. So he's going to milk it now, but I don't mind. We have to spoil our animals, don't we, now and again. So yeah, that was the fiasco we had yesterday. Like I said, he was fine in the vet. He didn't even bother, he just tried to hide his face away from the vet woman, but she was lovely. She wasn't rough with him or anything. So she was great. And hopefully, touch wood, it won't be until another year until we have to go again. Unless before then. Yeah, so that is that with a cat. So I think we're up to about 45 minutes now. We're going to have one more little conversation, and I'm going to end on this conversation for 10 minutes. And my husband's moving the camera. Thank you, dear. So for the last 5 or 10 minutes, our conversation is New Year's resolutions. Don't shout at me. I know we haven't got through Christmas yet. But now is the time where people usually start thinking about New Year's resolutions. How many people actually stick to them? Oh God, I lose count of how many times I have made New Year's resolutions.
Give up chocolate, give up cigarettes.
Yeah, chocolate is the big one. And I've lost count of how many times I've actually not followed them. I've not even started them when I've made the resolutions. So, has anybody made any New Year's resolutions? Leave them in the comments. Are you thinking about making any New Year's resolutions? Or are people just going to say to hell with New Year's resolutions? Me, I've probably got a couple. One is not eat so much chocolate, because oh my God, I have really been going up the chocolate this year. Really going at it. Chocolate, I mean. So yeah, probably stop eating so much sugary things. Lose a bit of weight is the big one. A lot. I know it's one of the big ones what most people say, but I need to do it because I've put a lot of weight on. I put a lot of it on when I had my children. because they say it's hard to shake off when you've had a C-section. I don't know if anyone else finds the same problem, but yeah, I do need to lose weight. Another New Year's resolution is get some of my cross-stitching projects finished. I'm doing an Elvis one at the minute, cross-stitching Elvis. If you are into cross-stitching, just check out my floss tube videos and you'll see what I'm actually stitching at the minute, because I show them all on there. And some other resolution is, yeah, to stop making resolutions. My other one is, oh, let me think about this one. Drink more water. I hardly drink any water at all. I should, but I don't. I don't mind squash so much. It's just plain water. It's like I have a fear against plain water. It's the taste of it. It's just got no taste, and I shouldn't. What?
It's water.
I know it's water. And I'm weird that way, and I should be really, really grateful that I actually have the chance to drink clear water, to drink water at all. So in the new year I am going to drink plenty more water, which will probably actually help towards the weight loss, to be honest, because that's probably the reason why, which is contributing to the weight gain, is because I don't drink enough water, which I should do. So that is my other resolution. There's probably a lot more resolutions out there. I'm not going to name them all off, because like I said, do we ever stick to them? No, we don't. Or some people out there that probably do. If you do stick to your resolutions, let me know. So there you go. So, what time are we at now? We're at 42 minutes. I am actually going to leave it there for now. Personally, I could carry on forever. I could carry on forever. But I'm going to leave it there. I didn't want to do it too long, just in case you're not, people are not pleased with the video for some reason, or I just didn't want to bore people. So that is what I've done at the minute. Done this here. It may not look a lot, but I've done it. That's where we are at the minute. Anyhow, I will pick up this at another day. I'll give it a couple of days. What day are we on now? Friday. Monday. I shall see you all again on Monday, and we'll do a bit more on this picture. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me in this colour and chat. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about anything, then leave them in the comments below. Or if you have any comments about any of the random conversations we've had in this video, leave it in the comments below. And I'll get back to you. I just love comments and likes. And even views would help. I like views. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you for joining me in this video. If you're not already a subscriber, then please press that subscribe button and the notifications so you don't miss a video. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and give it a like if you've liked it. If you've not liked it, then just don't do anything. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. As I've noticed, my subscribers are slowly creeping up, and I'm really pleased about that. It makes me happy that at least I'm doing something right, and that you are potentially happy watchers. So I shall see you again soon, and goodbye for now. Bye.